Here's the last of the 3 quizzes. Again, use it to gauge your learning and go back over those areas you got wrong. As an aside, let me congratulate you if you've made it this far. You started knowing nothing about programming. Now you know a lot, and probably a lot more than you realize you know. Just as important as the knowledge you've acquired, you've shown that you have persistence. That's an enormously important trait for a programmer. There have been times, many times, where I set out to accomplish something only to run into a brick wall. Nothing I did seemed to help. My CSS didn't work. My JavaScript failed to even compile, and I had no idea what was wrong. Those are unhappy times. When people talk about how smart computers are, you want to show them your code and say, then why can't it figure out what I'm obviously trying to do? But of course, computers aren't smart. Well, not yet, at least. What they are is immensely fast. But until computers start writing their own programs, you're the person who will have to figure everything out. When things are going well, that's terrifically satisfying. When they don't, well, you might want to start considering a career in the arts. So this is where the persistence you've displayed will come to your rescue. What do I do when my code won't work? First, I try to decipher any error messages. Those often are helpful. Then I try Google. Maybe someone else has run into the same problem. I'll often try pasting the error message into the browser search bar, as it's likely that someone encountering the problem may have used that text in a post. But that works mainly for syntax issues. As you've probably gathered, the hardest problems aren't syntax problems, but logic problems. I don't mean formal logic, just the logic of coming up with the steps needed to accomplish something. That's much harder to Google. Being a guy, of course, I don't want to ask for help, so I bang my head against the brick wall for a while until my frustration overcomes my pride. Then I'll text or call a programmer friend and ask for help. Did you ever have a friend show up to your door at midnight clearly drunk? What do? Maybe you drive them home, or maybe you just put them up on the couch with a bucket nearby. It's kind of a social obligation. An unstated obligation as a programmer is that if somebody asks for your help, you help them. Will you know the answer? Probably not. But as they say, 2 heads are better than 1. And it usually works out that if you both try to figure it out, you'll manage somehow. I don't know exactly how that happens, but it seems to. Anyway, I've kept you long enough from the quiz, so give it a try, and I'll be in exercise 41 waiting.